To say that I am living a remarkable life may appear to some of you to be out of touch with reality. And to that, I offer, you are correct. My life is entirely out of touch with any sense of reality or social conditioning that I was offered by those who led me to this point, or that was offered by the culture as a pathway to what is seen as success by those who measure such things.
A remarkable life? Yeah, right. The only thing remarkable is that I've managed not to fuck everything completely up. This can't be me I'm talking about, my success. Who do you think you are?
I am something different from the ordinary in a way that causes curiosity or suspicion. That is how remarkable is defined, as in eccentric, bizarre, wild. And here I am offering, I am living a remarkable life.
I don't like this. This is setting me apart. I'm not special. Who is speaking?
The phrase I am is an affirmation of my rooted nature. This isn't a thought, a machination that is arising. It is a sense of deep knowing. It has no attachment, nor am I making a comparison within this knowledge. This matters. It defines my experience and what I am seeking. That is, I am living fully and remarkably. Different, but not separate from the world, nor myself.
What the fuck are you talking about? I don't get it. It'll always be this way. I'm separate. I'm alone. This changes nothing.
Yes, I feel the suffering. I also feel the joy. I know both are a part of what living fully can mean when I choose it. A choice I make to feel the natural wildness that is me, or as Gary Snyder put it, whose order has grown from within and is maintained by the force of consensus and custom rather than explicit legislation. This is how I access that which is remarkable in me.
This doesn't make any sense.
Order is a tricky word for us. It's so connected to being orderly, to a highly controlled and methodical arrangement of life. There is no room in this definition for a random yet ordered pattern. That is what wild is about. In letting go into a life that is random yet ordered, we bring soulfulness into the conversation, an internally generated practice that rests outside the normative, explicit rules of behavior. Being wild is both highly individualized and instinctive, but also precise. Precise in how it shows up in each of us uniquely and instinctively. To that which the heart and soul see as what matters. When we see what matters, we see the life and vibrancy amongst the leaves strewn about, rather than the need to bring them to orderliness. Contained within those randomly arranged leaves is a life that brings a healthy expression of spring and summer into being.
How do I know? If I embrace this part of me, the world will call me crazy. I don't want that. It scares me.
Allen Ginsberg checked himself into a mental hospital He was plagued by hallucinations and guilt over his sexuality. Instead of shock therapy, he asked to be admitted to Columbia Presbyterian Psychiatric Institute. He shaved his head, scribbled poems in notebooks, and walked the halls, listening to broken voices that society locked away. I saw the best minds of my generation destroyed by madness. Howl was born in that mental ward, from conversations with men society dismissed as insane.
But how I feel isn't right. I'm not okay.
At a time when mental illness was shameful, Ginsberg embraced it as proof that vision could come from breakdowns. Breakdown led to learning about tenderness, watching patients comfort each other, how tenderness, mixed with rage, can become one's compass. Yes, he would howl against America's violence, but he would also stop mid-speech to hug a stranger. This is the tale of a young man who learned that madness, poetry, and truth were inseparable.
I'm not crazy, but I'm not right. I need to understand what is happening to me, or maybe what I'm choosing to happen.
I offer Snyder and Ginsberg as examples because there are thousands of us, millions, in varying ways, whose inner life guides us through the tender places and carries us, by choice, into a life that is remarkable. Most of us will never have a public persona that provides a platform for that remarkable life to be seen by the many. And I know how important it is that this possibility for the living be seen by the world at large, that we know our inner being, making peace with the pains of life. There is a remarkable life for everyone who chooses it. As Ginsberg puts it in his poem Sunflower Sutra, we are not our skin of grime.
What we just shared with you is the expression of what an inner conversation can look like for some of us some of the time. The last voice comes in, generally speaking, when we have an active and present relationship with that which I call soul.
Thank you for allowing us to share with you this episode of Conversations on Healing and Growth with Ben Umstead and Martin Perkins. We wish to thank Luna Perkins for her contribution to this episode. Thank you, Luna.
I've spent the better part of 20 years building things like tree houses, transforming barns into workshops, building additions onto my home, and in the middle of it all, creating a creative and healing center with its treatment room, classroom, and an office/herb room. Along the way, in smaller creative projects, I've used wood, glass, ceramic tiles, and other multimedia materials to build mosaics and furniture and other pieces. This evolution in creativity and learning through practice and growth has led me to the point where I am now building projects for others. On this journey in bringing creative projects outside of Simplicity Farm, I'm currently bringing 2 new projects to fruition. One, a Kokopelli themed outdoor shower at a friend's residence, and a salt cave for a holistic practice in the greater Bowie area. These projects excite me in ways that express a sense of creative calling to my life. I'm deeply grateful to be adding these expressions into my life and into the world. If you have a project you'd like help in bringing into being, reach out to me. I'm taking on new projects for creation.
As burgeoning podcasters, the greatest gift you can offer Martin and I is to share this podcast. Word of mouth remains the most genuine way to share the art and media that you love and care about. So in advance, we thank you.
Ben and I, by and large, are introverted human beings. We enjoy our time with ourselves being who we are. For myself, small talk, mindless obligatory connections, and social media are not modes of connection I seek out. In the aftermath of the pandemic, and even in the time leading up to it, the world began to change. Kind, meaningful connections have become more challenging to find in our lives. We know we are not alone in realizing this, and we want to share with you, in our gratitude, your stories, in short form, of your journey in creating meaningful and kind connections with your fellow human beings. We ask that the interaction have been person to person, face to face, outside a technological connection. Reach out to Ben or I via an Instagram DM or an email with your story about how kindness and connection has shown up in your life, and we will seek to share it with our podcast audience through a new feature called Kindness in Community.
Language of the Soul, Conversations on Healing and Growth is produced by Ben Umstead and Martin Perkins, with editing and music by Ben Umstead.